You have a measuring stick. You did not choose it. The algorithm chose it. The culture chose it. Your high school classmates chose it. You wake up, open an app, and immediately measure your life against a stranger's highlight reel, their vacation, their promotion, their body, their wedding, their child's first word. And every time you measure, you come up short. Not because your life is lacking, because the measuring stick is a lie. No one posts the fight. No one posts the boredom. No one posts the 3 hours of crying in the car before they took that smiling photo. You are comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's carefully edited trailer. That is not a fair fight. That is not even a real fight. That is the American cognitive paradox of comparison. Here is the truth that social media engineering will never admit. Comparison is not motivation. Comparison is a poison that disguises itself as fuel. It gives you a tiny spike of "I should do better," followed by a long, slow crash of "I am not enough." You are not addicted to improvement. You are addicted to the crash, because the crash, at least, feels like something, and feeling something, even pain, is better than the numbness of not knowing where you stand. Now watch your own reaction. You are already thinking, but comparison helps me improve. It shows me what is possible. That defensiveness is the second layer. And this is where elite psychology deploys the distinction between upward comparison and downward comparison. And the dark secret of both, upward comparison, looking at people better than you, can motivate, but only when the gap feels bridgeable. Social media shows you gaps that are not bridgeable. A billionaire at 30, a model with perfect genetics, a prodigy who started at age 4. Those gaps do not motivate, they paralyze. Your brain sees the distance and says, why bother? Downward comparison, looking at people worse off, gives a temporary boost of smugness. That smugness is also poison. It makes you complacent. Both directions steal your attention from the only comparison that matters: you yesterday versus you today. That comparison is boring. It does not go viral. It does not produce a dopamine spike. It also does not lie, and because it does not lie, you avoid it. You would rather feel the sharp pain of envy than the quiet work of incremental improvement. Here is the elite psychological mechanism that will break the comparison loop. Radical local comparison. Compare yourself only to 3 people. Yourself from 1 year ago, yourself from 1 month ago, and yourself from yesterday. That is the full set. No strangers, no influences, no old friends from high school whose lives you have invented in your head. The research on social comparison shows that the most damaging comparisons are with dissimilar others, people whose context, resources, and luck you do not know. You are comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 20. You are comparing your closed door to their open window. You are comparing your reality to your fantasy of their reality. That is not measurement. That is hallucination. And you are medicating the hallucination with self-hatred. The American cognitive paradox of comparison is this: the more you look outward, the less you see inward. And inward is the only place where your actual life is happening. While you were scrolling, your coffee got cold. Your child said something funny that you did not hear. Your partner reached for your hand and you were not there. The comparisons stole those moments. Not the app. Not the stranger. You gave the moments away. You traded them for a feeling of inadequacy that you mistake for ambition. Ambition says, I want to build something. Comparison says, I want to have what they have. One is generative. The other is consumptive. You have been consuming, and consumption, as we have learned, never fills the hole. It only deepens it. Here is your test. For the next 7 days, you will not open any social media app. Not for 5 minutes. Not for a quick check. 0. In that time, you will write down one thing each day that you did better than you did last week. Not better than a stranger. Better than yourself. The first 3 days, you will feel anxious. You will feel like you are missing something. You are missing the poison. By day 5, you will notice something strange. The urge to compare has not disappeared, but the target has changed. You will catch yourself thinking, I walked further today than yesterday. That thought produces a different chemical, not dopamine. Serotonin, calm, contentment. That calm is not laziness. That calm is the feeling of a measuring stick that finally fits your hand. Most of you will not do the 7 days. You will say, I need social media for work, or I will miss out on news. That is the addiction talking. The addiction has convinced you that the poison is oxygen. It is not. Oxygen is in the room. You just have to put down the phone to breathe it. Now for the buried layer. At exactly 1 minute and 33 seconds into this video, there is a single frame of a single plant growing in a pot. No other plants around it. Just one. It is not comparing itself to the plant next to it because there is no plant next to it. It is just growing, slowly, imperfectly. Enough. Most of you blinked and thought, that's sad. That sadness is the addiction to competition. The plant is not sad. The plant is alive. Go back. Find the plant. It is not trying to be a tree. It is not trying to be a flower. It is just being a plant. That is not settling. That is sanity. You are the plant. You have been trying to be a forest. Be the plant. You have been trying to be a forest. Be the plant. The plant is enough. Come back for video number 28. We're going to talk about the paradox of knowledge. Why knowing more about psychology can make you more manipulated, not less. But only if you are willing to put down the measuring stick for 7 days. Rewind or scroll. The plant is still growing. It does not know you are watching. That is the secret.